And now I understand black fatigue. I told my friend, I was like, dude, I don't have the energy to make any more content about these ICE killings anymore. Like, that shit just breaks my heart. She goes, amiga, what do you think our black community has been going through for their whole lives? And at that moment, like, I can't even imagine, dude. One after another, and you're sitting there thinking, like, when is it going to stop? And I'm a pacifist, but damn, y'all want me to go Malcolm X? Like, this is just ridiculous. And in the same week, Nolan with the whole boat, right? And that those 3 teenagers, which are criminals, are in jail, and this ICE officer just gets to walk away like nothing ever happened. And we're sitting here like, okay, what do we do? And like, you're sitting here and like, you can't do anything.
And it's only been 2 years for them going through this, and they falling apart. They can't fathom the fact that we've been going through this for 400 years. And look at them. They can't handle it because they had that proximity all this time, and they never thought that they would be targeted. All it takes is a certain person to get into office, and we kept telling these people, and they said, nah, you guys are just lazy. You guys are just complaining. You guys just don't work hard.
And it sucks. And I'm tired of the world being so fucking ugly, dude. This shit's so horrible. And where are your politicians, huh? Where are your politicians at? Because they're nowhere to be found. That's the real thing, is like, where are these politicians? Because they're gone. No one has spoken up. No one has said anything. Not the Mexican ones, not the black ones. Where are they? This is all just... Politics is just a fucking facade so we could be focused on politicians and elections when they're out here killing our people. I haven't been able to make any content, but when I get my energy back, I will.
You know what I can't figure out? Why there is so much hate towards the Hispanic community. Where did it come from? I guess it's been hidden. And now since ICE is out, everybody want to come out the woodworks and jump on the bandwagon. Oh, we don't like Hispanics, right? But it's been around for a while, because if you're Hispanic, you know. So black people don't like Hispanics. White people don't like Hispanics. But black people want to be friends with the white people who had y'all enslaved, torturing you guys, raping you guys, killing your children.
You see how they lie? And then again, the immigrants always want to throw slavery in our faces. Black Americans are the only ones who stood up to them. The entire time that Mexicans have been here, they've been side by side using white supremacist talking points and attacks towards black Americans. We ain't never showed any type of behavior that we want to be friends. We showed the opposite. You're the ones who actually show that you want to be friends. You're the ones who have a community who say marry white, the better the race, and things like that. You're the ones who have an anti-black community, not us.
We see you as people, but you guys want to befriend them, right? And then same thing for the white people. White people want to befriend black people, but your ancestors hated them. So now you want to be friends with them. And deep down inside, a lot of them still don't like black people. And white people don't like Hispanics for what reason? Y'all don't like us for what? Black and white people don't like Hispanics for what? The first thing y'all say is so ignorant. Oh, come here and you got to speak English. Okay.
Black Americans don't say that. And it's not black Americans and whites teaming up against you. It's been Hispanics helping the whites with the racism towards black Americans. We don't have a derogatory or a slur word towards you, but you guys have plenty for black Americans.
I don't hear y'all saying that to any other race that comes here and they're speaking their language, like Indians, right?
Well, first of all, Spanish isn't even your language. You were colonized. That's the Spaniards' language. So don't complain when they tell you to speak English. That's still another white man's language.
Y'all want to join forces to go hate on another race together?
Watching ICE agents hunt Latinos down for sport, basically, watching them hunt them down like animals, like predator versus prey on the streets of Chicago, has become so painful. And every single day I'm like driving to work or I'm coming home and I can't stop thinking about that, because what the fuck is going on? This is not sensationalized television. This is not propaganda. Like, we are witnessing this in Chicago day in and day out. Like, I could be driving down the street and you see ICE agents running after men that are just looking terrified. They're crashing into people's cars. They're showing up at schools. They're showing up at churches. Like, this is disgusting. For what? For what? People that are literally just going about their day trying to provide for their family. My parents, I'm so lucky, are no longer illegal immigrants. They were immigrants. They have been U.S. citizens for a long time. But my dad fits the description. My dad could easily be profiled. He works on the street in construction gear.
You see how she said my dad fits the description and my dad can easily be profiled? Them words, they act like those words don't sound familiar, that we've been chanting them words all the time, and they ignore them. They said we're just exaggerating and we're just complaining. Nothing is happening to us. But now they're repeating the same words. You're about to hear another woman repeat the same thing that we've been saying, but they act like they didn't hear it when we were saying it.
He's a Latino man. I think about that every day when he goes to work. I'm like, what if they kidnapped my father? What if they shot him? Because they are killing people. It's insane. And I'm supposed to show up at work and just be like, hi, how are you? Something has to be done.
It's your neighbor and Congresswoman Sylvia Garcia. Houston is grieving the death of Lorenzo Salgado Araujo, who was shot and killed by ICE in our community this week. The family deserves the truth. That is why I sent a letter to the Department of Homeland Security and ICE demanding answers and demanding a real, independent investigation into what really happened. And let me be clear, ICE cannot investigate itself. I know people are scared right now. I know families are looking over their shoulders. People do not feel safe. They're wondering, will they be next? But in this moment, when we come together, we look out for each other, we protect our neighbors, and we demand accountability. Let's stay united. Let's stay positive. Let's get real answers. Lorenzo Salgado Araujo's life mattered. Stay safe, and God bless.
No diga nada. Él sabe todo. Can you get his stuff? Can you get his stuff?
Yeah, where's his wallet? Do you have his wallet? You have his wallet?
Yeah. No, my wallet, no.
You don't want it to bring it with you?
No.
You want him to have it? Or you want him to have it?
¿Quiere su teléfono o no? No quiere nada.
Fine.
You see, this is culture shock for them. You've never in history seen Hispanics lined up like this in handcuffs like this. You've only seen Black Americans, mass amounts of arrests of Black Americans, Black men lined up in handcuffs, put on their knees, arrested, jailed, mugshots, convicted, and placed in prison. Now the same thing has happened to Hispanics, and now, you know, they're crying because they did not listen to us, and we told them this was going to happen to them, and here you are.
Do you know where they're going to take him?
Yeah, he's going to the ICE building. He'll call you guys in an hour.
Okay.
He'll make sure to call you, okay?
All
right. Like I said, if you want him to keep his phone, he can keep his phone.
Si quiere quedar con su teléfono, lo puede quedar con su teléfono. ¿Lo quieres? ¿Quieres su teléfono?
Sí, porque pues yo...
Ok, sí, guarda tu teléfono. Pero no vayas a dar ninguna...
That's it, people. Listen, mass amount of ICE detainments and deportations. There was mass amount of Black Americans being arrested. Mass amount of Black Americans arrested and incarcerated. That's mass incarceration. Now there's mass deportation. Same things happening to them that we told them was going to happen in some type of way. They always find a way to do it to you, and they didn't listen. They will say, oh, you lazy. You don't work hard. You on welfare. Oh, we work harder than you. All that hard work did not pay off because here you go. And they look at you, and the Democrats are looking at you saying, oh, they pick our fruit. They pick our fruit, our vegetables, and they wash our toilets. They don't have any valuable. They don't see you as any value unless you're doing something close to slave labor. They don't see any value in you. They don't say these are hardworking people that build America. They just say you pick our fruit, cut our lawns, and you wash our toilets. That's what they said. They said that on TV. But that's all for now. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, hit the button. And until then, I'll talk to you later.